talks about the number 3.
All right.
But in this particular 3 that I was chose to speak on, I don't know if you know, but there was 3 trials that they put Jesus through. There was 3 of them. You know, and that was what was crazy, is because they tried everything. They tried everything. But you can see the first one didn't work. The second one didn't work. The third one, it was God's will. It was what it was. You know, so they went to him so much as to say that, you know, he was misleading the people. How many times have people have said that we've misleaded people, that we're taking them down the wrong road, that we're not the right Christians because we don't follow the Christian way? Well, it's not the Christian way. It's God's way that we're following. We're not following religion. We're following Christ. And if they knew how Christ really was, in the Bible it says that we're not going to be perfect. We're going to fall. We're going to make mistakes. We're never going to be perfect. We can never measure up to who Jesus was. But we can try. We try, and that's the thing. We try to do better each every day. We try to put forth our best foot. We keep trying to push forward. That's the thing. We try. Trying is believing, and believing is trying. Okay, and so I understand that. I know why they tried to tell everybody that, you know, Jesus was misleading. No, he wasn't. Jesus was not misleading anybody. He was right on point. If a man can sit there and heal your body right in front of you and touch you and give you sight and give you strength and raise the dead, what is that misleading? If he can cast out demons from a child, you know, and all that disease that we see in these children now these days, when Jesus walked the earth, there wasn't no lame children. There wasn't any of that. They believed so much, and they took their children, they took their people, they took their loved ones up to Jesus, and he healed them right then and right there. That's not misleading. And the next one, it talks about that forbidding to pay taxes to Caesar. How can Jesus pay taxes? He didn't receive any money. Did he not? He didn't receive any money for the things that he was doing. He would not. He refused to. He chose to have bread and food. And then half the time it wasn't food because he was fasting and praying and always in prayer and always continuing to keep on. So money wasn't no issue and food wasn't an issue because he knew God would continue to keep filling him, keep lifting him up and keep making him thrive. So they couldn't get him on that one because he never received any money, and he forbade his disciples to receive any money. You shall not take no money, no gold or no silver. He did tell them that. Now the third one is when he fulfilled it. They crucified him because he said he was the king. Himself was the Christ of kings. He was. Did they find any fault in him? They tried. Did he perform all kinds of miracles? Yes, he did. Did he still perform miracles to this day? Yes, he does. So really what they did was they really helped save us. Because what they thought, they didn't know that they were going to, you know, crucify this man and put him on sentences. To me, when I started reading it said all charges, that is true. Jesus did in fact these things about himself, and he had just politically admitted these things. Of course he admitted, yes, I am the King of Jews. Yes, I am the Messiah. Yes, I am this. Yes, I'm going to stand and I'm going to proclaim that I am the Son of Christ, that I am the Son of God, and that I serve a mighty God. I serve the God that you say that you're serving, but you're not serving it at all. So what does that tell you? They really weren't serving it. They were all about themselves. It's so sad. It was sad to see that. But Jesus knew, because Jesus had a what? A one-on-one relationship with God the Father. How awesome is that to be able to sit there and look at him and talk to him? We can't even fathom it. We can't even open our eyes to even see him because we'll go blind from his light, from his goodness, from his just holiness. He's so amazing. I mean, it's just unfathomable that I'm so amazed by it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this one thing. There was this about 2-3 months ago. I had this amazing dream, and this dream was I was standing in my school, and I was surrounded by all these teachers and just a lot of other people that I've never seen before. It wasn't kids, it was just random people sitting there. And all of a sudden, I just had this white glow, just, you know, like just the sun just like pretty much beamed down, you know, on me. And he just touched my shoulder and he's like, I want you to feel how much I love you. How much I love you. And in my dream, it literally woke me up because I was crying in my dream. I was jumping up and down because I was so overwhelmed with his love, with his compassion, with his embrace, and it was just overwhelming. It was so powerful. I kept running around telling him, hey, do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Jesus loves you. How much do you love you? Oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. It feels so good. I can't explain it to you, but I really want you to feel it too. I mean, I was trying to get them to understand, like, you don't understand, and I'm sitting there crying and tears are coming out of my eyes, and I'm gasping for air, and it was just an amazing feeling, and it was just overwhelming, and it just made me feel so good. And I woke up and I was just, had to grab my breath, and then I just started crying over my bed and said, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I know how much you love me. I feel how much you love me. I know what you did to make me see that you love me and how you made me feel. It was so overwhelming and it was so powerful. That's when my life started changing even more. That's whenever I realized that I am blessed and I am chosen. I am supposed to be up here in front of all of you. I am supposed to be here at Freedom of Praise. I'm right here where I'm supposed to be, where He has me. So I think that's amazing. I wanted to share that with y'all. I didn't share it with y'all one other Sunday, but I know that this was the right time to share it with you. Because God releases so much at the right time when you're supposed to do it, because He just knows everything. And I just thought that it was so amazing. And when I'm talking about it up here, I get these butterflies in my stomach and it's going crazy and it feels so good. And it's just a reminder of how much I'm blessed and how much I'm loved, regardless if I'm not loved by anybody else. I know I'm loved by the Father, and that's all that really matters, because He's my Creator. But I know I'm loved by each and every one of y'all. But I just thought that was so amazing that they tried so hard to find the reasons of why, you know, he was guilty. But Pilate did not want to crucify him. He did not. He was just like, I find no fault in this man. And then his wife was like, don't you do this. You know how we wives do. We were like, look here, if you do that, you're going to be in some serious trouble. And I knew Pilate felt bad for what he did, but yet he still had to please the people. And I'm sorry, I love people now, but I'm not trying to please them. The only person I'm trying to please is I'm trying to please God. And if Pilate would have got this a long time ago, we would probably be saved today. You know what I mean? So, like I said, Jews have a reason for everything. Poor Pilate had he said, are you the king of Jews? And he answered him and said, it is as you say. Then Pilate asked and said to the chief of priests, and the crowd, I find no guilt in this man. Pilate asked Jesus if he is the king of Jews. And then they make the first of 3 declarations of Jesus' innocence. And in John the Gospel, so even in the 3 trials that I've read, I found them in the 3 different books. I found it in Mark, Luke, and John. I mean, and there's 3 different stories to it. See? 3 people, 3 different stories, but they all lead up to the same thing. which is the most important one. The one that we need to ask ourselves if we still do this on a daily basis. If we still crucify our own Jesus. Our Jesus. So ask yourselves this question. And I have to, honestly, when I sat back and I read this, it brought tears to my eyes because I know that I'm not doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. And so I'm wondering if I'm that person